Welcome to the Blue Corner. My name is Dennis, and it's time for my June 2022 collection update. And this is gonna be one of the longer ones. I haven't counted them, but I'm pretty sure I have more than 100 titles in this update. So I won't talk too much about a good stack of them. I'll just run through them so the video isn't too long. But a little backstory. Now, I did return to YouTube recently, and in the time where I was gone, I sold off a lot of titles that was just standard catalog titles, thinking that, okay, I'll buy the digital, I'll get the 4K down the road, whatnot. And I was kinda going away from physical media. I've talked a little about that in my return video. But this one, I took a look at some movies I wanted and realized just how fast Danish releases really do go out of print. There's a ton of these movies I can't find brand new anymore. I had to find quite a few of them on Facebook, and I bought a bunch of bundles, a whole bunch of movies, plenty I didn't want. So what I did was I bought the bundles, kept the ones I wanted, and gathered the ones I didn't want and traded them in at a store I can, and traded them to other titles I wanted, and kept that circle going, and ended up with, well, at least 100 titles in this update. I guess you can see it in the title of the video how many I have in this go around. So yeah, I have a bunch of catalog titles, but first off, I have two single DVDs. So first up, I picked up North, Bruce Willis. Enough said. Bad movie, but Bruce Willis. Next up, Island of Fire, Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, Andy Lau, Tony Leung. This doesn't have a Blu-ray release so far, and I don't know if it's gonna get a Blu-ray release because it's not really a Jackie Chan movie. Well, he's in it, but he's not the star of it, so this cover is a tad misleading. So I guess time will tell, but I didn't even pay £1 for this on Amazon, so it was okay. Let's see, first deck, Battle of Wits. I haven't seen this, surprised I found it in the stack. The Crazies, good remake. The A-Team, fun action movie. The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, okay action movie. The Last Stand, Arnold Schwarzenegger, actually a good return to action movies for him. Mr. Popper's Penguins. I have no idea if I've ever actually seen this one. It was in the bundle and I just... okay, I'll give it a go. Ternet Ninja, or Checkered Ninja, Danish cartoon, really fun. Same with the sequel, Checkered Ninja 2, really fun. But I guess if you're not from Denmark, you don't care all that much. There's no English audio. House of Flying Daggers, good. Wire Fu. The Immortals, I don't remember this all that much. Abduction, kind of remember it being okay. Red Dawn, not as good as the original, but still worth a watch. Guns Akimbo, Now, it's no secret I'm no fan of Harry Potter, so Daniel movies isn't really on my radar, but I had a blast with this one, so no problems picking that one up. Predestination, really good movie. If you haven't seen this and you like shock endings, kind of like The Sixth Sense and whatnot, give this one a go. Olympus Has Fallen, great Die Hard ripoff. Wannabe. And London Has Fallen, not as good as the first one, but okay. Don't have the third one because that has a 4K I'll eventually get. Johnny English, fun. I like these movies. I have a blast with these. So Johnny English Reborn sequel, pick that one up too. Limitless, I actually enjoyed this one too, and I saw this before the TV show, so I knew what the premise of it was, and I was sad that the TV show didn't get more than a single season. Taken? Classic action movie at this point, I guess. Taken 2. Taken 3. Get one, you gotta get them all. Emily. Salma Hayek. Need I say more? Pig. Now technically this isn't a used copy like the rest. I bought this brand new. This is one of my favorite movies from when this came last year. I believe I placed it third on my yearly ranking. It's a John Wick kind of movie without the action. If that sounds fun to you, this is a must watch. I really wanted this on 4K, but seems like nobody is releasing it that way, and to me it's the best Nicolas Cage movie in years. I forgot the Crimson Tide. I forgot the original name for a second. Really good movie. Old Blu-ray, early Blu-ray. Boss Level, fun little action movie. It has the Groundhog Day premise, so if you like that, check this one out too. Hardcore, another fun action movie. Had the Steelbook, sold that. Crawl, really enjoyed this one, and of course now that I bought the Blu-ray, a 4K title got announced, so I'll be upgrading. All for One, a Danish comedy movie. One of Rutger Hauer's last movies. He's actually in it. Came to Denmark, starred in it. All for Two, sequel. All for Three, another sequel, and the fourth one coming next month. Classifist, The Reunion, I think, is the English title. Another Danish comedy movie. The Reunion 2, I have fun with these. And The Reunion 3. The King of Fighters. I didn't even know this had a Danish Blu-ray at all, so when I saw this, okay, I'm keeping that. I know it's not a good movie, but I want to watch it again just to see how bad it is. The Gunman, yeah, fun, not fun, good little action movie. I quite enjoyed this one. Two Guns, great action movie. A Stranger in Paradise. I don't know if I've ever seen this one, but apparently Gary Daniels is in it, so I'm gonna give it a go. Crazy Heart. I really like this movie. Walk the Line is still my favorite movie, along the music videos or whatever you want to say. But this one is still a good movie. Wildcard. Let's start off a bunch of Jason Statham. Hummingbird. Homefront. I really like this one. In the Name of the King. Chaos. Quite enjoyed this one too. Parker. Also quite enjoyed this one. Crank. Not a big fan of this one. Crank 2. Not a big fan of this one either. The Transporter. Good movie. Transporter 2. Another good movie. 13. Okay. Yeah. Death Race. I had fun with this. And a 6-disc Jason Statham collection. The Mechanic 1 and 2, Bank Job, Blitz, Killer Elite, and Safe. Some of these I had a hard time finding on their own, especially Killer Elite was a bit hard to find, so I decided to pick up the box. And the latest Statham movie, Wrath of Man, quite enjoyed this one. Catch 44, Bruce Willis. Raiders, or Marauders, I want to say is the original title. First Kill. And it shouldn't be any surprise why I'm picking these titles up. Bruce Willis in The Jackal. Setup. 16 Blocks. Whole 9 yards. Finally, this came out on Blu-ray. I've had the sequel on Blu-ray for years, but it took quite a while before somebody released this one. So, and this is better than the sequel. Survive the Night. Green Street 3. Scott Adkins. The Debt Collector. The Debt Collector 2. Seized. Close Range. Really enjoyed this one. Triple Threat. Kinda let down when you look at who's in it. Still an okay movie, but overall a letdown. Avengement. One of my favorite Scott Adkins movies. If you like Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels, Snatch, that kind of movies, give this one a go. Triple feature, Bloodfather, The Nice Guys, and Boyka. Kinda wish I were able to find all three separate, but this was really cheap, so I guess it's a weird combo of movies to put together. 4 Jarhead collection. Jarhead 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Scott Adkins being in the third one. Blackwater. JCVD. Good movie. Really good movie. Swelter. Not so good a movie. Universal Soldier. Regeneration. Okay movie. Enemy of the State. Hitch. And no talking. After Earth. £7. Focus. Escape Plan 2. Escape Plan 3. First one has a 4K. Tango and Cash. Grudge Match. Cobra. Actually had this in a combo pack, but completely forgot about it. Thought I didn't have it, so but I'll keep the single release anyway. Bullet to the Head. The Iron Mask. So that's somewhat all the former or used and some former rentals, and let's just continue. So Scream Factory is putting out Child's Play 1, 2 and 3 on 4K, and by the time you see this I should probably have them. So I decided to pick up the regular releases for the remaining movies. So Bride of Chucky from America. Seed of Chucky from America. Curse of Chucky, Danish. Cult of Chucky, Danish. And Child's Play, the remake, whatever you want to call it. This one is one of the movies I was talking about that was already out of print here in Denmark. The DVD is still available to buy on the various sites, but I found one person that was able or wanted to sell this on Facebook, and I couldn't find the Blu-ray anywhere else. And I actually really like this movie. I don't like the look of the body, but the movie itself I quite enjoyed. And then I picked up the Lenticular edition of Chucky Season 1 from the UK. And then I picked up Terence Hill and Bud Spencer Collection number 1. 4 classic movies, Danish release. And these do all have separate releases on their own, but I decided to go with these combo packs because this company isn't known for putting out the best quality releases, and these ones are actually okay now that I've checked them, and to save money. So there's volume 1, and here's volume 2. 3 and 4 isn't out yet at the point of recording this, but is when you see this, so hopefully I'll have them soon too. So total there's gonna be 16 movies in 4 boxes. Let's continue over here. From Germany, Enter the Fat Dragon, Summer Home movie that I do hope we do get a proper release from 88, Eureka, whatever. But I bought this from Germany, hoping the best. Granted, it's better quality than the DVDs I've seen in the past, but it's clear that it's not a remastered. But I still really enjoy this movie. From Hong Kong, The Legend of Sue. Bought the Danish DVD not too long ago, but decided to get the Blu-ray when I saw there was a Hong Kong release. City Under Siege, Hong Kong release. Quite the letdown. It's directed by Benny Chan, and it has Aaron Kwok, Hugh Q, Colin Chow, Wu Jing, and others. The people in this movie and behind this movie. Yeah, it was a letdown. The Moon Warriors, Andy Lau. I I didn't even plan on it, but I have several Andy Lau movies in this update. So, yeah. Moon Warriors, again Hong Kong release. I didn't want to pick up the Hong Kong Legends DVD when there were actually a Blu-ray, so I went to Hong Kong. I really enjoyed that movie. And next up, I picked up a movie where sometime last year before I went on hiatus, I picked up The Storm Warriors from Cineasia and quite enjoyed it, but did mention that it seemed like it was incomplete. It looked like there was missing some of the story, and here's why. It was apparently a sequel to this. So I picked up the Storm Riders from Hong Kong too. Granted, there was 11 years between the movies, but I still got more out of the second movie now that I've seen this one. I do like the second one a tad bit more than this, but again, Andy Lau. No, this Aaron Kwok. Yeah. Get my Hong Kong actors mixed up. Jackie Chan in Gorgeous. Another movie that, for whatever reason, we haven't seen a UK release of yet. So I went to Hong Kong. Sammo Hung in Painted Faces. Never seen this. Still haven't seen it. I tried to see or watch a bunch of these movies before I recorded this video, but I just haven't. There was way too many, and this one is actually a Shaw Brothers title. So I didn't even know that before I got it. So who knows? Maybe it'll be in one of the Shaw scopes Arrow puts out eventually. So I guess time will tell. More Sammo Hung. Touch and Go. Still haven't watched this one either. These two last movies came the other day, so they've been on a long way to Denmark. Takes quite a while from Hong Kong to Denmark. The Bodyguard from Bulgar, USA. More Sammo Hung. One of his more recent movies. That's an okay little movie. I like it. I have seen that one before. Here's some Andy Lau. Saving Mr Wu. Great movie. I quite enjoyed this one. About a actor. Yeah, Andy Lau is playing an actor while acting in the movie. Who gets kidnapped and they demand ransom and so on and so on. Undercover Punch and Gun. Bulgar, USA. Fun little direct-to-TV action movie. You can see there wasn't put that much money into it, but it was a good little movie. Silat Warriors, however you want to say it. Another Haya original TV movie, I guess you can call it. Did not like this at all, pretty much. I was quite let down by this. The trailer made it look like it was better than it actually turned out to be. So I don't know if I'll keep this one or not. Hell Hath No Fury. Jesse V. Johnson making a movie that Scott Adkins isn't in it. But this time Daniel Bernhardt steps up to the plate, and it's a good little war movie. It's not full-blown war movie, but it takes place in a war setting. So I quite enjoy this one. Ip Man, The Awakening, not starring Donnie Yen. Yes, another Ip Man movie, not starring Donnie Yen. This one, it's not bad, it's not great, it's just so-so. But apparently the guy playing Ip Man in this one was the little kid that fought alongside Jet Li in My Father Is a Hero. I guess My Father Is a Hero is getting up there in age, since He's that old now. Let's continue. From Indicator, Road Games. I don't remember if I've ever seen this one or not. I had a few titles I wanted to pick up on Amazon, so I decided to add this one to the basket too. Casino Tycoon. I had other 88 Films titles to pick up, and this was only £5, and it is in the Asia. It's in number 14 in the Asia collection, or Shaw Brothers collection update. I'll pick it up. And again, Andy Lau. So I have yet to see this one. Yeah. Picked it up with this one, The Killer Meteors. Not a great movie, but it was still okay. I've seen worse Jackie Chan movies where Jackie Chan isn't actually starring in this one, so this one I can watch again. From Eureka, The Shaolin Plot. Never seen this before I got it, and it's a typical Sammo 70s. I don't know how early or how old this one is, it doesn't say. But yeah, it's a typical kung fu movie from that era. And that Sammo's haircut. Yeah, I don't need to say more about that, but I enjoyed this one. Then I picked up Execution in Autumn, a Taiwanese movie, I want to say it was. I've yet to see this one. It's not a martial arts movie, I know that up front. But just looking at the video that Eureka put out, how well they had the restoration they put through or into this movie, the quality looked great. And apparently this is the first time it's on any kind of physical release of any kind, from what I'm hearing. I don't know if that's true or not, but I just thought that I would like this movie, so I picked it up. Enough blabbering. From Cineasia, I picked up The Machine Girl. Had to find this used on eBay because apparently this was exclusive to HMV. So yeah, I haven't seen it. I checked it out just a tad bit when I got it, and this is probably gonna be a movie I only have to keep the Cineasia collection as complete as I can. This looked terrible. Thankfully I didn't pay a lot for it. Also from Cineasia, Raging Fire. Yes, I did pick up the steelbook of this one too, where it had the 4K. You could only get the 4K in the steelbook. So I have both the steelbook and the standard edition. I found also on eBay. I bought these two together, and I got a good price. Or it was listed at a good price, so I figured again trying to keep the Cineasia collection as complete as possible. So now I have two editions of it, and it's a great movie. My second favorite movie of the year. Let's see, from America, picked up Sundown, The Vampire Retreat. Bruce Campbell. That's all I have to say about that. Very much. I picked it up because of Bruce Campbell. I had never seen it before. So and Bruce Campbell isn't the lead actor in it, but I still had fun with this movie. Extreme Prejudice, another Western like the previous one, and it's an old school Walter Hill movie. I quite enjoy Walter Hill movies, and I hadn't seen this one before either, and I quite enjoyed this one. And of course now that we have this one, Imprint, I want to say, from Australia, is putting out a Walter Hill 6 movie box set where this is included. And I kind of want that box set, so yeah, I quite enjoy this one. This is a really good movie. From 88 Films, The One, Steelbook. I have been bugging 88 Films to put this out in standard edition for a while now on Twitter, but I guess my opinion doesn't matter all that much because they haven't so far, and now this one got put on sale half price, so I figured I'll bite the bullet. Yeah. So, yeah. The One. On to the 4Ks. Okay time. It's not too bad for how many titles I have in this video. Inglourious Bastards. No, I didn't pay full price for this. As I've talked about before, this site in Sweden do a sale now and again. And this time they did a summer sale. And it wasn't the usual 10 for 1,000 Danish kroner. They just put a bunch of random 4K titles on sale and had random prices. Most of the prices were what I would pay normally for the 10 for 1,000 Danish kroner. So I just stocked up again, and I picked up a few titles that I know don't have the best reviews on 4K. This one just came out in Denmark not too long ago, and it's already cheap, so I guess there's something to the rumor. So yeah, I haven't seen this 4K disc yet, so I don't know. But yeah, I picked up Inglourious Bastards. Same deal here. Pirates of the Caribbean. Again, not great reviews. I haven't seen the 4K, so no. And here in Denmark we actually have the sequels. So Pirates 2, haven't seen the 4K, quite enjoyed the movies. Pirates 3, Pirates 4, and the one Pirates that's been out on 4K in some time, we don't have. We don't have the 5th Pirate here on 4K in Denmark, so Concussion, disappointing, but okay movie. Johnny English, quite enjoyed this movie still. Detective Pikachu. I don't know much about the whole Pokemon phenomena. It's never been my deal. I know Pikachu here, and that's about it. So I wasn't expecting to really like this movie when it came out, but I had a blast with it. So Last Night in Soho. This one, I'll say I really liked the movie having finished it. The first half of the movie I was like, man, this is boring. Nothing happens. It looks great, all the colors as usual, you know. But when I started picking up on what the plot actually was and what was going on, okay, this is a really good movie. And the second watch, I enjoyed the entire movie way more than I did the first go around. And like I said, the colors, it's Edgar Wright, you know. All the colors are gonna be there. Watchmen, the Ultimate Cut. I don't believe I've ever seen the Ultimate Cut, so I need to get around to that. Matrix Resurrections. Did not enjoy this movie all that much, but again, completist. Men in Black International. Gattaca. Don't remember this movie at all. So I took a gamble. It was cheap, so hopefully I do like it. Murder on the Orient Express. I wasn't over the moon with this when I first saw it. It was an okay little movie, and that I could watch again if I had to. So I took a gamble picking this one up, because I also picked up Death on the Nile. This one I still haven't seen, but I wanted to give this a chance. So I picked this one up and thought, okay, well, I'm getting the sequel. Might as well get them both. Minions! Stupid as all hell, I know. But I have a blast with Minions. My nephew and I watched this movie together plenty of times already. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of Despicable Me, any of them, but Minions, blast. Let's blast. I have a blast with it. Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. The first one was, I didn't enjoy the first one nearly as much as I had hoped I would. The cast in it was great, and I thought, oh, okay, that's gonna be a fun movie to watch. And this one came out, and I see people not really liking this one all that much, but I actually liked the sequel more than the first one. Still not a great movie, but I like this one. Last stack, finally. Scream Factory, Happy Death Day. Why this wasn't a collector's edition, I have no idea, but it should have been. I quite enjoyed at least the first one, but since I picked up the first one, I also picked up the second one, Happy Death Day to You. I didn't like this, like I said, I didn't enjoy this one nearly as much as the first one, but I do hope we get the third one to at least complete the trilogy, if you can call it that. Escape from New York, more Carpenter from Scream Factory on 4K. Yes, please. Great movie. No problems picking this one up. Kino Lorber's The Great Escape. Already had the Criterion Blu-ray, but I love this movie, so I had no problems picking this one up. I guess they're running out of glue, maybe. Slipcover's falling apart. And from Kino 2, everybody's apparently picking these ones up for a few dollars more. Of course, when they release the first one, you gotta get the rest. And again, no brainer. Some of the best Western movies ever released. And of course, a fistful of dollars also from Kino. Now we have this trilogy. I really hope they do Once Upon a Time in the West too. That's my all-time favorite Western movie. So I have heard rumors of a 4K. Hopefully it's gonna be Kino, because they've done a good job on these. So we'll see. And then finally, from Blue Underground, I picked up the Lenticular edition of Uncle Sam. I hadn't seen this one before I got this 4K, and I picked it up because it is William Lustig, and he did Maniac Cop, the Maniac Cop movies, and I really I love the Maniac Cop movies. They are some of my all-time guilty pleasures from when I was growing up. So this one is a Maniac Cup ripoff. I could easily see that even from the trailer. But maybe this one is one I should have watched when it came out, because as bad as you can say the Maniac Cop movies are, this doesn't hold a candle to those movies. And why the heck does this one get a lenticular cover and the 4K releases of Maniac Cop 2 and 3 from Blue Underground 2 didn't? Yeah, I don't know. So, there you have it. My June 2022 collection update. And the video didn't turn out as long as I had hoped. So, hopefully, while it is a tad bit long, you'll watch it. Now, please do me a favor and hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to. And with that, thanks for watching. Until next time, peace out.